Hello, hello, hello. It is a brand new week, and what's that behind you? This week, there are a few things I want to get through. I finished this last week. This is with a Mickey Mouse pin on. And I need to create another backing pin for Jackalope. Now, this backing card has changed slightly because my logo is not on there. So the logo will be sitting just on this side here. So that's already been done. I should probably make a new mock-up. But anyway, so the Jackalope one, it needs to be worked on. On stream this week, I'll be working on the Mothman print, finishing that off. That'll be finished tonight. And then the Jackalope print as well. The base sketch for the Jackalope print is done for the most part, pretty much. So that shouldn't be too difficult to crack on with for the middle of this week. I also need to start thinking about product photography. I've got this sticker pack here, but I feel like my product photography is a little bit weak. What I want to do is I kind of want to go to a hardware store and pick up some large tiles and almost use those as like a textured background, or maybe some wood. Product photography is always something I've struggled with, and I don't want to just wing it. I want to have a formula that I can use and have all my stuff looking correct. I look at some other creators and look at their product photography, and I'm so envious, so envious. So I need to really start focusing on stepping that up a little bit. And finally, I'm going to spend some time getting some clarity on this potion blind pack project that I've got in mind. I want to get a list of potions together that I think would be cool as potions to get, and how they would look as a group. What I don't want to do is focus so much on the individual potions that as a collective they all look kind of similar. I want to make sure there's a range of different sizes and colours, so who knows. But the first thing is to get a list of say 20 to 30 different potion ideas, and then see what I like. But anyway, enough talking, let's get into it. I was gonna get a tile, but then I saw this stuff here, which is basically self-adhesive like plastic. I figured this could be just as good as a tile, but way thinner and way more space saving. So I picked up a 2 meter roll of this. What shade is this? Sheffield Oak. Oh. No, I like the fact that it's a wood grain, but it's muted. So I thought I'll give this a go. And I've got some old mount board here, just some old, like an old scrapper mount board, which I'm going to put this on, and we'll see how it looks. This is what the board looks like with some Mothman stickers on. I think it looks really cool. Like, it doesn't look like cheap, like cheap stick on vinyl. It looks decent. It looks decent. The Mothman piece is finished. I love this piece so much. I think that I learned so much doing this, and honestly, like, look how juicy his eyes look. I love this. Over on Etsy this week, Sarah ordered one of these Alakazam stickers, and I decided to throw in an Alakazam working at the bookstore as well, because it didn't feel right sending one without the other, you know? So I thought, Go on, have this as well, I dare you. Now, unfortunately, this month Royal Mail suffered a ransomware attack and they halted all international exports, which was super frustrating, because it was like an indefinite time that exports would be suspended for. I messaged Sarah and sort of explained the situation and said, look, your order is packed up. Here is a picture of your order, all packed up. It's ready to go, but it's kind of out of my hands. But thankfully, the next day, services were back up and running, so I was able to get this out in the post pretty sharpish. So big thank you to Sarah for being so understanding and not not immediately thinking that I was some sort of scammer. So massive thank you for that, and I hope that it arrives to you safely. Fingers crossed. You also may have seen that I coated my desk in the vinyl. And I love this. I love this so much. It is only a temporary solution because, sorry, I'm in my duvet at the minute. Because the legs are different and this corner here isn't that great. But the main body of the desk now feels a lot nicer. Won't show dust as aggressively. And I think that I'm gonna get a desk this kind of color when I replace my desk. I think. I have just got this delivery through the post. I think I know what this is. I think this is what I think it is. Let's open it up. So these are wax glue sticks that I can use in a glue gun to create seals. So just like regular sort of wax beads, these will go in the back of a glue gun and which will make the process a lot quicker for making a batch of them. I went with this colour, this sort of like quite royal red colour, and so long as the process of using these goes well, they are quite small, they're quite thin, they're not the thick glue sticks. So long as the process goes well, then I will probably order more for the future. But yeah. This is the first concept sketch for the potion blind bags, and this is a potion of seance. If you drink this potion, you'll be able to communicate with the dead for 10 minutes. At least that's the law. Now, the way I've done this piece is, where's the mouse? There we go. If I hide this, boop, there we go. So this is essentially what the pin looks like. So pretty simple, right? It's 4 colors, 2 shades of, this other shade, colors are TBC, but there's a glass color, the cork color, and then 2 colors for the liquid. And then what I've tried to do is use a screen print layer on top of that to give definition, dimension, etc. So if I can do that, it means that the pins will look a lot snappier with less colors. What I don't want to do is fall into the trap of being like, well, this pin's got 20 colors in, and it's like the smallest thing ever. Because with pin manufacturing, the more colors you have, the more you have to pay. So this is a concept sketch. I quite like it. I mean, again, it's very rough, very rough. At some point in the next couple of weeks, I will create a digital version that's like a vector, and then see what the manufacturer says. But again, I'm going to mostly shelve this until after the other pins get here. This is some time-lapse footage of me working on the email reward print. I've got an email newsletter, and each week I send each month, sorry, not each week, Christ. Each month I send out an email with some updates about the streams, some things that I'm currently watching. I ask for opinions on things that I'm undecided about, give little sneak peeks about things that are yet to come on the stream, things that I won't share here or on streams. And then I also give out discount codes for merch drops and free digital downloads. So if you're watching this right now and it's before the 28th, you can still join the email subscription list and get 15% off of your order on the shop update. later. Anyway, so I've taken the Mothman print that I worked on stream. I really liked it, really liked it. So I decided to extend it so it would fit on a mobile phone screen. So I'm just adding the extra, I don't know, like 30%, 25-30% on top of the print. So extending the lines, colouring, shading, gradienting, etc. And I say this about everything that I do, but I think this is maybe my favourite one so far. I currently have it as my own phone background to make sure that it all works fine, and I love it. I love it. So, so this is me just finishing that up. Yeah. Look at me go. God, I'm so good. Could you imagine if I was just here like, wow, look at me, I'm amazing? God, that'd be bloody awful, wouldn't it? That'd be, well, I don't know. I'm sure there are people who are far less humble than I am out there in the world. Anyway, yikes. Let's move on. It is Friday, and oh my goodness, it has been a week. It's been a week. I feel like I'm like, I don't want to be dramatic. I don't want to be dramatic, but I feel like I'm like at capacity right now. My job this week has been super busy. Like I've had 2 12-hour days this week, and I had to take like this afternoon off because I had like evening stuff going on. And I'm glad I did because I'm just like completely like, bruh. But I feel like, you know, like The Matrix, which is like a super like reference, but you know The Matrix, where like in the last film, it's everything's kicking off and it's just like mayhem, and then like the spaceship that they're like driving goes up and then goes through the clouds, and it's just like nice. I feel like I'm about to burst through the clouds, right? After next week, when the shop update happens, I'm going to be like above the clouds, and then it's just going to be okay and relax, and then we're going to go straight back into like the next one. And I'm looking forward to that levity that comes with a shop update. As a side note, I'm trying to get used to saying shop update rather than merch drop, because merch drop has never sat right with me. It always feels a bit like it's not merch. You know, to me, merch is like a sweatshirt with my logo here. You know, to me that's merch. A shop update is like these are products that are going into my shop, and that's what it feels like. So I'm going to try and get used to saying shop update rather than merch drop. I have started planning the next shop update for April, even though we are not even at the end of January yet. But I've got that planned, and it's going to be a good one. I'm going to be doing washi tape, which I've already designed. I've sort of shown that like on I think last week. But anyway, so washi tape, it's already been designed, it's ready to go to print. And there's another product that I want to introduce to the pantheon of products that I create, but I'm not 100% sure what format it's going to take. So I'm going to be sending a message out to my newsletter readers and asking them what they think, and giving some options and letting them decide in a poll. I've also been sharing more content on YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, and TikTok as a way to sort of like exist outside of Twitch. That's one of the reasons I started doing these studio vlogs. I need to stop wiggling my hands on the table because my phone's like... One thing I'm anxious of is Twitch and the discoverability that comes on Twitch. And it's not great. And for the plans I have for like the year and beyond, I want to sort of try and let as many people experience as possible. So if you see my content on any of those platforms, make sure you give it a like. That was a lovely call to action. I'm so good at this. Anyway, on stream tomorrow, I'll be working on the Jackalope print. It's coming along quite nicely, actually, I think. And then I need to finish off the Jackalope sticker. And I think that's it. I'll just look at my list. Prints, what, that, yes, that, not that. And cool. So yeah, that's basically all that needs to be done. I actually bought a new paper trimmer today. The paper trimmer I've been using is like not the best. It does the job like adequately, but it's not the best. So I thought I'd upgrade to something more like real. And I did some, I cut a print, but I hate it. I literally hate it. I don't know if you can see, but like, see how the edge is kind of like,
See it has like a white line to it? That's because it has not cut the paper properly. Like the edge looks almost fuzzy, where it hasn't cut as much as it has torn. And I'm like, I don't like that. I hate that. Like the print itself, we love the print, but like this is an A6 print. This print will be as an A6 and also an A5. I don't have an A5 to hand. It's twice this big, or this big. Anyway. So I need to get a new paper trimmer. I've returned that one to get a new one. And I've got a week to sort that out. So I hope I can do that. And that's it. That's it.
That is where we're going to end things for this week, though. It wasn't a super productive week, but I felt myself getting to the point of like overwork. I wanted to just like stop and just like recharge a little bit and like not try and like go all out. Which a year ago I would have just tried to power through and started to feel like terrible as a result. So I feel good for doing that. Despite that, I'm in a really good place for the shop update next weekend. I have to finish the last print, but we're like 70% of the way there, 70 to 80% of the way there. So on stream tomorrow, so Monday night, we might finish it off. If not, Thursday we'll definitely have it finished. We've got no choice, have we? But it is most of the way there, so it shouldn't be too difficult. And then Saturday's for shop update. So on stream on Saturday the 28th, we'll be playing some games on stream. It's going to be some Gartic Phone vibes, which will be a lot of fun. And then I'll do the shop launch. And then I'll pack a couple of orders live. And then we'll wrap up. So it'll be a pretty cool little moment that we'll do. So that's that. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, hit that subscribe button or like the video. You know how YouTube works. You've been here before. And I'll see you next week. Goodbye.